We're in the center of Europe, and basically all of Europe is within our Eurail pass.
We've gotten to see so much and go to so many different places, and I would be kicking myself if I didn't come right now.
So Vienna is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to. It's so clean, it's unlike any other city back home, and it is one of my top 2.
In one of the classes we learned a lot of history, and it's awesome to learn European history while you're actually in Europe. You can learn about it and physically see it instead of having to learn about it in a textbook. The palaces were big and beautiful, and the place that we stay in is the
Vienna, which is a palace that we're staying at, which is absolutely amazing. The Habsburgs lived here. This was their summer residence, and it's huge, and just to walk around you can feel the history in the building, and you can feel the history everywhere you go on this trip. There's so many different things to do, so many different places to travel. There's a ton of great places in Vienna, and you can go exploring for days and not see the whole city. There's always a new corner with something else around it.
I had never really heard of Vienna or Austria. And you hear of all these European countries and you're like, what's Austria? And I had told myself when I started college that I would never study abroad because I did not like to leave the United States. But when you think of Europe, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, So just being here has given me a whole new experience. You get to try new foods, learn new languages, interact with different people, and people are very friendly anywhere you go. It's really safe. You can travel at night and
you don't feel sketched out here when you walk through the streets at night. It's just very safe and very clean, and people are friendly enough. They'll help you if you need help, and most people speak English, which it's not something you expect when you come to Austria, but they all have a really good handle on English. And when they say, oh yeah, I speak a little, they speak fluently. Don't let them fool you.
I've had a lot of fun traveling by myself, going to see Innsbruck while other classmates and everything got to go to Rome or Amsterdam on the weekends.
When I went to Rome, we went to the
Colosseum, which you read about and you see about in books, and you just can't even believe that you're actually there when you're standing there thinking that people actually fought there, and it's just had so much history in the past.
We went to the Vatican, and again, we chose not to take a tour, which was probably better because, I don't know, there was just so much going on in the Vatican, and had we taken a tour, it probably would have taken us like 5-6 hours. But it's great, you should definitely go. And Vatican City is beautiful.
For spring break, we spent a week in Paris.
And that was awesome because I've always wanted to go to Paris. I loved going on the Eiffel Tower, and we went there as it was turning into night. So we got to see it all lit up, and we walked up all the steps, which is a great experience instead of taking the little elevator they have. And then on every hour it sparkles for 5 to 10 minutes. So that was awesome to see.
Every city is just so beautiful. There's so many different things. In Amsterdam, we went and saw the Anne Frank house. Oh, we went to Prague too. That was amazing.
We ended up taking a few tours, which turned into Prague through the ages, and that is just as interesting as Vienna. How they survived communist rule, and now we got KFC back there. And it's back to normal. I was scared coming out of the Communist Museum. After seeing some of the films there, I felt as if communist rule still existed here, and seeing the waves of people move to one direction, I thought they were assimilating against their government, and I didn't know what to do. But then I felt uplifted and inspired that liberty touches different places on this earth still.
Our teacher, Heather Tulio, brought us to the Lantern Magica.
We just got back from a circus. It was very interesting. No other circus I've seen has been quite like this.
It's something that we all agreed on that it was our favorite. All 12 of us absolutely loved it. It's a must-see for the next trips that go.
Hello there. My name is Stephen Pirate Altieri. also known as Pirate Steve. I am a student here at Franklin Pierce University, but if you notice when I said here, we're in the Austrian Alps. Beautiful, no? Yeah, das ist Ludwig. Yeah.
Alps, take one.
It's either having fun at Franklin Pierce classrooms or enjoying the Austrian Alps. You choose.
In Vienna, we have classes usually twice a day for a couple hours. In between classes, we've got like a several hour break, so you can take off and go do things and then like come back and go to class. Usually, if you don't have that much of a break in between, like people will go grocery shopping or just hang out and chat, which is nice. And other days, like if you have class at 10 and then you don't have another class till like 7 at night, I mean, you can go do something for the day. Like people go to museums, like the Belvedere is really close, and with Professor Cole, he'll take you on a lot of field trips. And when class is over, he just like leaves from there, and it's up to you to get back, which it's not hard, especially once you've lived here for a while. I mean, we all know the city pretty well at this point, but there are a few times that people, and myself included, have like gone off and done things after class because you're already right in the like heart of the city, so why not?